Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om. 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 Hi folks, I want to speak about peace, silence, stillness, being in the gap, being in the place, nothing to do, nothing to say, nowhere to be other than where you are, here at home in heart. This is where home is. Wherever I go, here I am, at home. And when you're home and in peace, in the space between, there is only smile. There is only the smile of knowing who you are, of being in your place, in an infinite place of this peace that passeth all understanding. Just feel it for a moment. Just take a breath. Perhaps the ideal breath is the breath of a babe, the breath of a baby. We all know it. It's slow, it's gentle, it's deep. So we take a breath. And there's no special breathing technique. We follow our breath. We follow our breath. It's like saying, it breathes me. And if you follow your breath, all it wants to do is be slower, gentler, deeper. You come naturally into your flow, into that stillness. And as we speak of it here now, you can feel it. Every one of you knows this place, has this place, and it's the easiest thing there is to access it. It's there, behind everything you're experiencing, whether it's confusion, whether it's emotional up and down, there it is, behind, within you, calling you. Come home, sweetness. Come home and be at peace. And so, we're on the net now, and there's all kinds of things that are on the net. And there's this wanting to keep up, not wanting to miss this, the latest report on the energies. Who's saying what? Who's up to date? Who can remind me of what I already know? And your knowing is in this silence. So even though you have curiosity, passions, interests, don't let them be so much a distraction that you forget your home. Always coming back to this breath, this stillness, this smile. So you want more knowledge. You want better sight. You want to see more clearly. You want to speak to the space beings. You want to interact with the elementals. You want to talk to your guides and the masters. You want clarity of seeing, of hearing, of sensing, of knowing, of being. And the first place to go is here, into your peace. And the ascension can seem so complicated. All this clearing of the past, all this watching of what's out there that you have to disassociate or detach yourself from, all this looking behind you or clearing what's in front of you. But it all starts here. It all starts from the stillness. Everything, but everything that you need is there for you. Your beautiful, glorious self knows exactly all about you, why you are here. We don't have to fathom it out anymore. We've done all that. It's step by step, the unknown, but the exciting. And we were told long ago, except ye be as little children, you cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. So how do we be as little children? Go back to when you were 2 years old, 2, 3, 4 years old. And you may not be able to remember exactly. You won't be able to remember much of what you thought. Why? Because you didn't think. A 2-year-old knows nothing. But they don't care. They don't know. They don't know anything. But they interact. They touch. They feel. They taste. They see. And they hear. And the young child you are knows how to pretend, because the pretend is the precursor to reality. So, coming back to this stillness, you be in the stillness. And when we open our eyes, we see as a 2-year-old, I know nothing. But there's the whole world out there What a place. And if they're loved, and if you love you, then there's a whole universe, infinite possibilities. But there's data, there's light, and light has infinite knowledge and data within it. So much that we can't even conceive it. But we get little packets, and if we're open, if we listen, then it's brought to us. Our higher self presents it. The universe presents it. And we can unpack it. We unpack it how? We don't unpack by grabbing. We don't unpack by analyzing. This, we come from that point of stillness. And from that stillness we can listen. And from that stillness we can observe. And from that child we touch. We play with it. And from that comes knowledge, experience. And each day we could take the same thing and unpack another layer and another layer, just with one piece of data. Because when you come from this place, everything's new. Everything that doesn't make sense makes sense because it just is. And it is for us to play with. Even the ups and downs, even the emotional triggers and the reactions, that's something for us to know. And as a child with an open curiosity, we learn. But now we consciously choose the stillness, the empty mind. It's not really empty, the mental mind, leaving it aside, going beyond logic. So people ask, how do I get to be able to speak to the spirit helpers, guides, the masters? How do I get to speak to them? We start unpacking the data, unpacking the light waves that are around us and come through us. The light waves are not just light. They contain codes, whole realities of possibility. So we need to learn what's required if you want that sight and that knowing, to listen, to feel, to see the subtleties. In other words, beyond the appearances, because we're used to very obvious, dense appearances, the physical world. But other realms require a lighter sight. So we've got to learn to listen and trust in our imagination, to be able to pretend things and explore them. And the requirement for this is coming to your place of stillness, making that a practice every day. And it doesn't need long sitting. You can lie down in the bed for 10 minutes and just practice, as it were, relaxation. Just be relaxed. Nothing to do, nothing to expect, just to be present. Ask for a guide to come. They're already here. They're already around you all the time, waiting for something to do, because we don't ask and we don't listen when we ask. And you will hear more if you can be still more. Apart from anything else, this stillness, even as I speak, you can feel it around. It's palpable because we, as we are here together on the net, we are creating this space of peace. It's so natural to us. It's part of our presence. It's essential to our presence. So I'm calling to you to spend more time at peace. And it is a practice, but until it's a dynamic in your life, you won't hear more or see more, because the more comes from the silence. And it's the silence which unpacks the codes. That is why we are so tired and people are sleeping more or going dopey or it's almost being awake but losing consciousness. Because we're not taking our place at home, which is non-doing. Nothing to do. Nowhere to be other than here. Nothing you're missing out on. Everything you have, you need. So relax. I so love you. And I just want to end it with saying, none of us are alone. None of us have to do this on our own. We have helpers. We don't have to clear it all. We can ask for help, for it to be done for us. But we have to unpack from the silence what we are able then to see, to hear, to sense, to know. They are here. We are here. In the silence, you know yourself, and you are known. Do you hear the voices calling you? The voice of a mother and a father and a child. Do you recognize the voice? Do you see the love that's shining from my eyes? Take just a minute, come ye sit here by my side. Let me tell you your whole story. Let me take you through your life. Only a second, that's all it takes to realize there's 100,000 angels by your side. There's 100,000 angels by your side.